More than 300 stakeholders gathered at the Cross Center in Bangor today for the 2025 Governor's Conference on Tourism.
Like every season, this year comes with new challenges. Sierra Whaley was there.
Hopefully, we'll be successful in attracting high numbers of tourists from all countries, including Canada, to the state of Maine because we want them here.
Small businesses in Maine account for 99.2% of operations. Last year, business owners struggled to figure out the next steps after storms swept through communities. Now a new concern looms: tariff impacts. Governor Mills spoke about the revenue out-of-state visitors bring year-round. She says 15 million people visited the state last year and spent more than $9 billion.
That spending supported businesses that employ nearly 116,000 people here in Maine. To put it another way, for every 128 tourists support a job, a full-time job in Maine. Nearly 800,000, or 5% of our visitors last year, were from Canada.
A major concern is Canadians won't come this year after President Trump raised tariffs on Canada. However, business owners who attended the conference say they're optimistic about this season.
Maine's product is so heavily focused on its incredible natural resources and the beauty of its outdoors that, I think there's a pretty strong hope that people will, in the midst of everything else that's going on, see that as a great escape.
The owner of the Acadia Wilderness Lodge in Tremont says she's focused on a new approach for the season. She says that's what the conference is about, and she looks forward to implementing that into her campground.
Specifically this year, just adding a cultural flair to what we're designing, and we have a glamping campground. So as we design the campground and our units, we think about the history of Maine, what people come here to see, and how we can incorporate that in our current design.
Sierra Whaley, WABI News, Bangor.
The conference concluded with an awards ceremony and report. You can see the list of recipients on our website and mobile app.